Hey everybody, Jess over here, and today I guess this afternoon, this is the second broadcast of the day. I'm coming to you live from my glamorous mobile office. I wanted to really show you what coaching is really like for me. So for me, it's sometimes this, sometimes after I get off work or in between my classes, I, take a few minutes, and from my car, I get to connect with people and I get to help my customers. So this is part of what coaching is for me. I use pockets of time that I have throughout the day, and I use them to help other people. So let's start with hello, whoever's joining us, give me a thumbs up just to see who it is. I can't see who's just joining in. So let's start from the very basics. So first of all, like I mentioned in my previous video, you don't need to be a fitness expert. You don't need to be a nutrition expert. We are here to serve as motivation and as a vehicle for success for other people. So one of the in Beachbody, we call this the 4 vital behaviors, which are the 4 pillars essentially of what coaches do. So the first one is to be a product of the product. So we part of our job is to work out. How cool is that? And to drink the super amazing health shake called Shakeology. I actually just finished mine. I sometimes like to have it for my afternoon snack to keep me going for the rest of the day and simmer down the sugar cravings that I get in the afternoon. So it's very important for us, in order to run a business with integrity, to be able to really tell people, coming from a point of previous experience, right? So we go through the process. We follow the meal plans, we drink the Shakeology, we do the workouts, and we follow the workout calendars, like literally as if we were a regular client. And because we go through the process, we know what to expect. And we tell people, hey sis, we tell people what they're going to be expecting throughout their journey. So we know that on day 4, which is, I'm just going to make this up, leg day, the workout is going to be a killer, and you're probably going to be feeling very sore. But guess what? You can push through, you can get to this. And you're going to be that cheerleader for those people, and that's really what that is. You are helping them get through that journey. We learn inside out what the meal plans are like, so that when people have questions of, can I eat this or that, at least that's what a good coach should do, is learn meal plans inside out and the basics of what's already been laid out for us. We don't need to be like I said, nutrition experts. And I'm just gonna take my sweater off because it's really hot in here today. It feels like my hometown. It's like crazy windy and super hot, which I love. But I don't like to have my car started in idling because it just drives me nuts. So anywho, moving on. So yeah, being a product of the product is number 1, super important thing. Second one is personal development. People, this is and I'm being very honest, this is actually part of our job. So part of our job is to grow ourselves from the inside. That's when actually the biggest part of the transformation happens. And I'm just gonna show you, this is a huge binder that I've been keeping. I'm a big note taker, so every webinar that I do, every audio book that I listen to, podcasts that I listen to that I find valuable. I write everything down, and then I go and I share that information with people. And a lot of the stuff that I've been focusing on, at least lately, has been a lot into motivation and into building habits, and just learning all these different tools that are going to help me get through this process, and are also going to help other people get through the process as well. So it's very much a win-win, and this is part of our daily activity. So how cool is it that as part of your job, you get to grow and be a better person each and every single day? That's one of my favorite things about coaching. I had been connected to personal development many years ago, and now I'm really diving into it all over again, and I'm just loving it, fascinated by it. The other essential part of being a coach is to run what we call challenge or accountability groups. So these are essentially online support communities where we provide that support for people. So we guide them through the whole process. We help them get set up. So on week 1, this is what you want to be preparing. Hey Yetzi, this is what you want to be preparing for on week 1. And here's a meal plan that you can start with. And you basically start people from zero, because all of these guys are going to be starting their program from scratch. But because you're either doing it at that moment or you've gone through it, you can help guide them through the whole thing. And all of the materials, everything is already given to you. So you just basically walk people through the process. And these online accountability groups, I'm on mine every single day because that's part of my support. But again, it's all online. So you do it from your car, you can do it from the beach, you can do it from the park, wherever you are, as long as you have an internet connection. So it's very convenient. You can really do it from anywhere, anytime. And so another of the important roles of a coach is to invite people to join you on these groups. That's what you guys probably see me doing all the time. It could be anything as simple as, hey, if anybody wants to lose 5 to 10 pounds this month, I'm doing this support group, come join us. And then whoever's interested can come and help you run along. So, hey Iske, how are you? And yeah, that's kind of how the group works. And then from there on, you just continue with the motivation. You continue to add people to your group, and then this kind of becomes your fit fam. And it's really magical, the things, for those of you who aren't already part of any of my accountability groups, it's really magical what happens in there. The level of support, yay! I love you too, girl. The level of support that we have is really indescribable. We're all going through the same struggles, and I am by no means perfect. And I share all of my imperfections with my group. If I had a struggle one day, the other day I didn't feel like working out, but I still did it. I still pushed through. And knowing that that group of people is there waiting for me, that gives me an extra push to do it. And like I mentioned in the very first video, becoming a coach gave me a level of accountability that was beyond whatever I could imagine. So has really helped me stick to my goals and to my process, and it's helped me help other people do the same. So, and then the last one is recognition. So I recognize every time that somebody in my group shares something, I recognize them for it. I'm like, good job, this is great. And I've got these little fit points that I do, that I assign to everybody. And then at the end of the month, hey Luisa, and then at the end of the month, I give somebody a prize. So you get to have kind of, I call it the Oprah moment, where you give them something in rewards for them doing something amazing for themselves. So recognition is a huge part of being a coach, and you do this by recognizing not just your your clients, but also your team. Because being a coach, it's not only about helping people get healthy, it's also about helping a whole other set of people to create their own online business. So we also support and recognize our teams, and when somebody does something really well, or when they share something amazing on social media, we recognize them. We have a whole separate online group for coaches, and we get all kinds of resources. We get a bunch of training, and which I'll get to a little bit later. But yeah, you recognize your challengers, you recognize your team of coaches, and you also get to recognize just anybody on your social media network. You know, if someone, you know, a lot of my feed these last few days have been a lot of graduations. So the fact that I'm already recognizing other people on a regular basis, now that kind of makes me want to recognize people on my regular network. So I'm like, congratulations. Speaking of which, Luis Angelica, congratulations on your graduation. But yeah, and you know, it's about lifting other people up no matter what, without really expecting anything in return. So yeah, that's sort of it in a nutshell. So with the groups, we really show people how to do the whole lifestyle change. You know, it's all about making positive changes little by little. You know, you're doing them yourself, you're showing them how to do it themselves as well, and that kind of integrity is what's going to work. And you don't need to worry about failing. Like I said, I am by no means perfect, and nobody is. So that vulnerability that's what makes us human, right? You know, we stumble, we learn, and we continue, and we grow, and we continue to go. So that is going to be part of the process. And you know, there's going to come a point where you're going to be changing other people's lives, and that's just going to feel amazing. Like I mentioned in a couple of previous mentions in the first video, it's when somebody tells me that I've helped change their life, that is priceless, simply priceless. And let me see, I just want to make sure I've got a little cheat sheet over here. I want to make sure I'm not skipping anything. Oh yes, the training. So certainly you don't have to be a fitness or a nutrition expert, but you do want to know the ins and outs of the Beachbody process and the product and the services and how everything works, how to run these online accountability groups. You know, we all have to start somewhere, right? And we don't just go in knowing everything. So we have a lot of processes that we've learned how to just duplicate and make it easy for us to just transfer all of that knowledge to you, so that you can apply that and get your business started off the ground nice and easy and smoothly. So we do really good training. I am very thankful to be part of one of the top teams in Beachbody. So the training that we have access to is amazing. We get access to the top leaders of the company, and they share all of their secrets with us. That's one of the really neat things about this organization, is that nobody keeps, you know, if someone is successful, they don't just keep all of those secrets to themselves. They share it with everybody, because we're here to make everyone successful. The more successful you are, the more successful we are, and we are all as a whole. And at the end of the day, we're here to promote healthy, fulfilling lives, and part of living a fulfilling life is to have a successful business. So to wrap things up, there are 3 kinds of coaches. This I should have actually mentioned at the beginning, but anywho, like I said, I'm not perfect. There are 3 kinds of coaches. Number 1, and a few of you fall into this category already, is the discount coach. So discount coaches are they're not really working the business side of things. They're not building a team. They don't have a group of clients. They're really just in it so they can get a 25% discount on their Shakeology, which is pretty sweet. And even though we do have, there's like a monthly business fee that we pay as coaches, and even with that, you still save like a pretty good chunk of money. The second type of coach is the part-time coach. That's what I am right now. I am, because I do have a regular full-time job, so coaching is one of my part-time jobs. Those of you who know me, like, I also teach flamenco classes and Zumba classes, but coaching is officially my my part-time. And we work our business. We have our group of clients, and we are growing our team. And some people who are in the part-time coach category are very happy with their full-time jobs, so they just keep their full-time jobs, and they kind of do just coaching on the side. Other people like myself, we do work full-time, but we're working the business so that we can eventually turn coaching into our full-time job. So ideally, that's where I'm headed in the not so far future. And then there's the full-time coaches who do coaching full-time. And some of these people really only work like 4 to 6 hours a day, and then the rest of the day is theirs. That's part of really the reason why a lot of people go into the coaching business, is because they want to be financially free. They want to be able to own their time. They want to be able to go on holidays whenever they want to go on holidays. They want to spend time with their kids and their families. So that was actually one of the big reasons why I became a coach. Is, eventually I want to have a family of my own, and I want to make sure that we're set up so that I can provide my family with the best, and that I can give my future children the support that they need from their mom from home. And working from home would just be just dreamy for me, just being able to own my time and do what I want, kind of in the pockets of time that I want. So that is part of my vision of becoming a coach, and in the future, hopefully, to being full-time. And again, this is just something for you to think about, is what kind of coach would you want to be? Some of you are just loving the discounts and sticking with the discounts, and that's perfectly a-okay. Some of you might want to, start making a little bit of money. And for anyone who does want to move in any of these other stages, like I said, we give you all the training and all the support possible. We let you start and by we, it's not just me. Like I said, we have a whole team that will help us and help you and give you the support that you need. So we run a challenge group with you, or an accountability group with you, so that you can learn the ropes easier, and we just help you get going so that you can learn everything fast track and get your business going. So that, in a nutshell, ladies and gents, is what coaching is all about. Tomorrow morning we will be talking about a bit of a taboo topic in our society, and that is making money. And again, like I mentioned, it's another reason why people join coaching, is because a lot of us want the financial freedom. And I'm just gonna throw the disclaimer that every person, there's no guarantee that you're gonna become a millionaire or anything, especially not right off the bat. If that's what you're here for, that's not gonna happen right away. But each and every coach, their income is based on how hard they work and how much they input into their business. So there's no guarantee of success. Success is only driven by how much work you put into it. So tomorrow we're going to be covering the compensation plan, how you can make money out of this. Honestly, think about how cool of a job this is. You know, you get to help other people get healthy. You get healthy yourself. You get to read awesome books or listen to awesome audiobooks, and you get to cheer people and recognize them from what they do. Until someone told me about this, I had no idea that you could actually create a career out of this. So that's why I'm sharing this here with you, because this is an amazing opportunity that I think everybody should have access to. So tomorrow we're going to be covering those topics and kind of the next steps moving forward. So hope you guys have been enjoying everything so far. If you have any questions, like I always say, comment below or send me a direct message, and we'll go back and forth from there. All right, peeps, peace out. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.